Warning, everything you see and hear in this video is pure theory and speculation. Welcome to ScreenRant's big plot theory for Squid Game Season 3. Because of Gi-hun's failed coup d'etat, the Squid Game organization will use the next game to punish Gi-hun and his fellow rebels.
마지막으로 1번. 자, 다 같이 동그라미.
As the Season 2 post-credit scene shows, the next game is simply a modified version of Red Light, Green Light. The players are equally divided into two groups, and while facing each other, the players move towards their respective killer robot. The twist is simple. This time, the players get to look each other in the eye when they die, and as usual, flinching gets you eliminated. This also disables Gi-hun's strategy from the first time they played Red Light, Green Light. That said, Gi-hun himself won't even compete in the next game.
이놈보다 적은 숫자로는 그놈들을 이길 수가 없어요.
작은 희생은 감수하자는.
As part of Gi-hun's punishment, he will be treated like the VIPs from Season 1 and will be forced to watch his friends compete. Doing this serves several purposes for the Squid Game organization. First, they make it clear that rebellion is not just futile, but has dire consequences. Second, and perhaps most importantly, this is the only real way to torture Gi-hun by using his greatest strength against him, his empathy. So why doesn't the organization just kill Gi-hun? Because third, they ultimately need him to join the organization.
카메라를 달아보세요. 스마일.
Or at least they'll try. The people behind the games haven't killed Gi-hun yet because they believe that he's one of them. As revealed by the fact that Captain Park is actually working for the organization, they knew all about Junho and Gi-hun's plans to infiltrate and attack the island. In-ho, aka the frontman, joined the games not just to sabotage Gi-hun's plan, but to get inside his head. Also, as player one, the frontman practically assured Gi-hun's survival, with just enough leeway to quell suspicions about his identity, and the frontman did all this for a chance to somehow recruit Gi-hun, the last champion and next in line to join the winner's circle.
게임을 하겠습니다. 여러분들이 하실 게임은 가위, 거의보 하나 빼기입니다. 아시죠?
This game will use the exact same room as the last game. This time, however, the killer dolls will be holding a live electric cable. The remaining players form a line and must jump to avoid getting electrocuted. Without warning, daylight turns to night, rendering players blind. Unable to see anything, the players must then depend purely on their sense of rhythm or die. The mother and son pair, Young-sik and Geum-ja, are among the first to get eliminated. With Gi-hun's body bound and his eyes held open like in Clockwork Orange, he has no choice but to see his friends meet their grisly fates. While one attendant applies eye drops to prevent Gi-hun's eyeballs from drying up, another cuts up and feeds him a perfect medium rare steak. As a player gets electrocuted, the camera cuts to the sizzling steak on a grill in the VIP room. "Don't be so dour, Gi-hun," says one VIP behind a golden lion mask. Any of these players would trade places with you in a heartbeat. But before Gi-hun can reply, the attendant who was feeding him steak reapplies Gi-hun's ball gag. After the second game, Gi-hun is taken back to his VIP prison cell, and soon he is visited by the frontman. "There's a way for you to end all this, Gi-hun," says In-ho behind the frontman's mask. "Join us. You know that you're one of us. Why else would you go back here? And if you think this is an insane proposition, so does Gi-hun."
MC 코인, 너 약 빨았어? 눈에 뵈는 게 없냐?
In fact, Gi-hun will laugh at the frontman's face. Yet while Gi-hun instantly refuses the offer, he can't help but think that this recruitment strategy actually worked in the past. After all, just like him, the recruiter and the frontman were previous winners, a position gained through sheer ruthlessness and guile. Gi-hun is unique in that he is empathic instead of ruthless. Nonetheless, he is a true gambler just like every VIP. Now it's clear to Gi-hun why Il-nam also tried recruiting him back in Season 1. In many ways, Il-nam was right about him. Gi-hun also proved in Season 2 that he's willing to kill for his goals, and that he has mastered taking calculated risks. In short, while it's not obvious at first, Gi-hun is exactly the type of person that the organization typically recruits. Yet while the frontman has completely gotten inside Gi-hun's head, the reverse is also true. Now more than ever, Gi-hun understands his enemy. He knows what they want, and he knows how he can win.
성기훈 씨가 죽을 확률은 2분의 1. 꽤 높은 확률이긴 합니다.
The next morning, Gi-hun, he tells the guard to call their boss, asking for an audience with the VIPs. And in the VIP room, Gi-hun drops his counter proposition. Gi-hun wants to play Squid Game with the frontman and 2 VIPs. Gi-hun also picks his 2 teammates from the surviving players, Season 2 MVP Hyunju and the scammer former crypto influencer Myung-gi. The frontman laughs at Gi-hun's counter proposition. Why would we even do what you want? Gi-hun replies, and one last thing, no masks during the game. Deidre, a VIP wearing a golden stag mask, says, again, why would we even agree to that? Gi-hun pauses for a moment, feeling the gravity of the words he's about to say. If you win, then you win. I'll join you as the frontman until I die. The VIP wearing a lion mask replies, that's not enough for me to risk my life. And Gi-hun replies, you can kill my family if you win. I'm ready to leave everything behind. A nervous chuckle escapes from behind one of the golden masks, and then silence fills the room. Finally, the frontman asks, and if you win? And Gi-hun replies, if I win, you stop the games for 10 years, extending his hand to shake the frontman's. The frontman and the VIPs look at each other for a couple seconds, and then the frontman grabs Gi-hun's hand.
I like you.
Not unlike the finale of Season 1, the final game of Season 3 is an intimate affair. The few surviving players left watch from the stands as the titular playground pastime decides their fate. Team A is comprised of Gi-hun, Hyunju, and Myung-gi, who are greeted by applause from the small audience. If they win, all the players get to go home with the prize money without risking their lives. And while Team A is wearing turquoise jumpsuits, Team B enters donning the same fancy suits they usually wear. 2 golden masks hit the playground sand. The 2 VIPs are revealed to be unknown billionaires, unfamiliar to any of the players. But when the frontman removes his mask, Gi-hun is surprised to find out that he's actually player 1. Everyone in my team already won the games, says the frontman. Did you really think it would be that easy? Gi-hun replies, I won last time. How hard could it be? And the games finally commence. Unleashing a hidden knife, Myung-gi stabs one of the VIPs to death, but later bleeds out from his wounds. While playing as the defending team, Gi-hun and Hyunju manage to get one of the VIPs eliminated, and in the end it's just Gi-hun and Hyunju versus the frontman. Desperate to win, the frontman breaks Hyunju's arm. However, this gives Gi-hun the opening he needs. Finally, Gi-hun passes the frontman to get inside the circle, winning the very last Squid Game. Gi-hun walks over to the frontman who's lying on the ground, extends his hands and says, 10 years with no games? You agreed. We won fair and square. Reluctantly, the frontman takes Gi-hun's hand, who then helps him up, and suddenly someone shoots the frontman in the head, and it's revealed to be North Korean defector No Yul, aka guard number 11. After shooting the guards in the room, No Yul walks over and hands guns to Gi-hun and Hyunju. Thanks, that was the perfect distraction, says No Yul to Gi-hun. I'm No Yul, let's get out of here. Unknown to Gi-hun, Junho had already contacted No Yul after interrogating Captain Park, and in the finale, Junho and No Yul finish what Gi-hun started. Gi-hun's men storm the island and arm the players, killing every VIP or guard who doesn't escape. Now armed with all the evidence needed, Junho confronts his ghosts by going after his superiors who were part of the now-defunct organization. Hyunju finally affords paying for her gender confirmation surgery, and No Yul is reunited with her family in Seoul. As for Gi-hun, he is unable to look his daughter in the eyes again, having bet her very life for the final game. While Gi-hun disappears from the face of the earth, Junho sits alone in his apartment, holding the frontman's mask. Whether the games will resume after 10 years remain unknown. So what do you think of ScreenRant's plot theory for Season 3? Get in the comments, and tell us your thoughts on the 3rd and last season of Squid Game.